What's going on, guys? It's DST bringing you another audio commentary that hopefully you guys will enjoy. And I'm doing this actually just off the top of my head, just spur of the moment, so I don't know what kind of gameplay I'll have in the background. But as always, that's not what we're here to talk about. Today, I was actually on my way home from class earlier today, and I was thinking about something that I saw on my Facebook page recently. And I understand there's a lot of people out there that still enjoy the third-party candidates when it comes to politics. And I know I said I wasn't going to talk about politics. Oh my God! But this is just something that I wanted to cover real quick. And I'm not going to, bash any of the two major parties or even the third party. Well, I'm kind of going to bash the third party. I mean, I don't mean to be a dick, but there's just something I want to cover regarding it. If I know, like I said, I know a lot of people that still want to vote for a third party candidate, and honestly, to me, I don't see that as a wise decision. If you're voting for a third-party candidate, nowadays it's like you might as well not even be voting at all because that vote it really isn't going to count. I mean, there's such a minuscule amount of people voting for a third-party candidate in a country as big as ours that it's like, what's the point? There's no way in hell that person will ever get in the lead past the Democratic or Republican candidate. And it just seems to me like that's a really stupid decision. What I understand is that the third party is mostly used as a quote-unquote distractionary method when it comes to rival candidates from any major political party, for the reason being that the third party candidate is used to kind of pick and grab different people from the two major political parties. It's kind of like a excuse me. I don't know what the word is to describe it, but it basically reduces the amount of one political party in order for the other major one to win. If you think about it, it's kind of like a cheap tactic, but nonetheless, it kind of works both ways because in some elections, a lot of Democrats will like a third-party candidate, and some other elections, a lot of Republicans will like a third-party candidate. And in the end, the third-party candidate won't win, and since it grabbed attention from, let's say, the Republican Party, chances are the Democratic nominee will win due to the fact that the Republican Party has been halved. Some going to the Republican candidate and others going to the third party candidate. And obviously, in that situation, the Democrats will be in full control, seeing as how the full support from all Democratic citizens will still be going towards the Democratic candidate. And I just think, like I said before, it's just I don't see it as a method of, I'm going to be different than everyone else. I'm going to try and get this guy elected, because it's not going to happen. You would need a substantial amount of people to vote for the third party candidate, not just pick and choose here and there. You need at least a third of the country to vote for him, for them to even consider him a challenge or to consider him part of the competition to run for president. So it's just something I wanted to get off my chest, and I understand that the election is coming to a close. The campaign, or not the election. Well, yeah, I guess the election, because tomorrow, well, it's currently, but tomorrow, it's currently 10:26 p.m., so tomorrow they're going to have the actual voting day. I already voted early. I'm not going to tell you who, because I know that'll start some serious shit on here. But I already voted early, like last week, and tomorrow is the official day if you haven't voted early already. So basically, everyone in the country is going to vote tomorrow that hasn't voted already, and the votes will be counted probably late tomorrow night, and early Wednesday morning will announce whichever candidate won. Now, while I'm not going to tell you who I voted for, I will say this. Given the situation of our economic circumstances right now, I don't care, Democratic or Republican, whichever wins, I just want this bullshit to stop. I want the economy to come out of this. I guess I could call it a recession. I don't know what the proper term for it is, but regardless, the economy is really fucked up right now for those of you that don't live in the U.S. and for those of you that don't follow politics. Like, we are in some deep shit. We are, like, what is it, 16 trillion? That might not be an exact number, but we're $16 trillion in debt. So in other words, we're fucked. So whichever candidate wins, I hope they follow through on their promises and take care of this country, because if they don't, and the debt just keeps going up, then our grandkids will be paying for the mistakes that this generation, along with our parents and grandparents, the mistakes they're making, with our grandkids will pay for it. Like, this $16 trillion debt will be affecting our grandkids, not our kids, our grandkids. So we'll have kids, and then our kids will have kids. It'll be affecting them. God knows how many years into the future. Okay, so if you haven't voted already, I know this is a little late for this, but I highly recommend you do some background research, just to make sure you're well educated and well versed in what the candidate you're choosing is going to lean towards, because I think ignorance is this country's greatest threat right now. And people are voting for either candidate strictly based off of no knowledge on what they run for. And, no matter who I'm voting for, that's just completely wrong. If you don't have any knowledge of someone that you're voting for, then that's ignorance. And to be honest, you really shouldn't even be allowed to vote. That's my opinion, though. So anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this small little commentary. God bless America, for whichever candidate wins. And until next time, guys, this has been DST, and I'm out. Peace.